Ketones are very efficient fuels for the brain. They just aren't often elevated anymore.
Typically, when trying to achieve endogenous ketosis, which is your body's own production of ketones through either prolonged fasting or a ketogenic diet, it can take anywhere from 72 hours to a full week to truly get ketones elevated.
Because the modern diet is relatively high in carbohydrate typically, and because we're eating multiple times a day, the average person is not elevating ketones in their blood. But when ketones are present, they do serve as a primary and an efficient fuel for the brain.
What limits people is often their ability to use ketones. So there are people, they can't use glucose very well at all, right? So ketones is a much better fuel for them. But we've also found that to overcome things like this, you should use exercise.
You would never see total absence of glucose, nor would you want to. Glucose is a very important molecule in our blood. But in situations where glucose goes low, ketones can really step up and protect the brain.
So the more exercise and more movement that you get, the more your cells can actually use ketones. So that's why what we always say, myself, Dr. Ryan Lowery, basically is that ideally, the first thing that you should do is take ketones, right? A lot of people are not very well conditioned, so when they do a ketogenic diet, they can't make ketones very well, okay? So you can overcome that by taking ketones. Once you start doing that and you can use them better, then we recommend going on a ketogenic diet. And then to optimize it, do exercise because that improves ketone uptake.
With exogenous ketones, this elevation can happen in as quick as 15 minutes after consumption. While ketones do provide an instant energy for the brain, there are several other positive things that they are doing for your body that you may not be able to sense or feel, but they are working. Typically, we see people experience more energy after taking exogenous ketones for a while. If you are experiencing fatigue, I would check other aspects about your lifestyle, including things like sleep and your nutrition, to make sure those are in check. Lastly, as much as we love ketones, if you're having trouble sleeping, try switching to a non-caffeinated ketone, especially later on in the day.